Hello, my name is Nidia Carrillo, and this is my final video presentation of the lexical approach. I want to start my presentation by explaining what is the lexical approach. The lexical approach is a language teaching method published by Michael Lewis in 1993. The approach focuses on grammaticalized lexics and collocations. The nature of the lexical approach focuses on language material that should be text and discourse rather than sentence-based. Language consists of meaningful chunks that, when combined, make understandable and fluent text. And also, Lewis suggests a taxonomy of lexical items such as words, polywords, collocations, and word partnership. I want to share that I found interesting the types of learning and teaching activities, such as the lexical chunks and collocations, having to do with the reading task and role play. Also, first and second language comparisons and translations, chunk for chunk rather than word for word, and repetition and recycling of activities such as summarizing a text orally on the day and then again a few days later. I feel like that as teachers, we need to focus on helping students develop lexicogrammatical patterns and also offer them enough practices so they feel comfortable expressing meaning and principles in their selection. Next, I want to talk about the syllabus model. The, the lexical approach has a lexical syllabus that is based on a mini corpus of common, pragmatically useful language items and language patterns that are focused in spoken and written language corpora. It is based on authentic language text where learners work inductively to understand the patterns of usage, and this allows the learners to learn large amounts of useful vocabulary, lexical phrases and collocations, mental lexicon cohesion, and lexical types. I feel like this will definitely benefit the students' language fluency as well as their writing skills. Next, I want to talk about the learner and teacher roles. The learner can understand lexical phrases as analyzed wholes or chunks, use whole phrases without understanding their constituent parts, become aware of the lexical nature of the language, retains what has been taught, communicate in meaningful terms. The teacher provides authentic language, vocabulary learning materials that show lexical units in the context, expands learners' knowledge by making them use their critical thinking skills by allowing learners to use collocations themselves, and provides language corpuses created by the teacher for the use in the classroom. I feel that as a teacher, I learned that it is important to incorporate activities in your classroom that showcase a naturally occurring language and also the students' awareness of the lexical nature of the language. I want to present now my lesson plan. It is the lexical chunk dictation. Basically, in this lesson plan, students will develop motivation for learning about collocations. Students will develop positive and intrinsic feelings toward the English language. Students will learn the different types of collocations by listening to the teacher dictate what kind of collocations to find within the lyrics. Students will gain familiarity with authentic language use by creating their own short song with a partner and finding collocations within their own lyrics. The practice, the teacher will review and practice chart with collocations and from examples. Teacher and students sing along with the song playing. Then the teacher will go into further detail of the chart with collocation and its form examples. Explains how the teacher will be dictating to the students to look for verb plus noun collocations and adjective plus noun collocations. The teacher then asks students to read out loud the verb plus noun and adjective plus noun. The teacher gives a brief explanation of the definitions of a form of a verb, noun, and adjective. Students are to listen as the teacher says verb plus noun collocation or adjective plus noun collocation. The teacher can always remind students of what a verb is or what an adjective is to make the findings less complicated. The activity the students will be making is create your own song. The teacher will have students pair up and help each other make up a song. The teacher will remind students to add verb plus noun collocations as well as adjective plus noun collocations. Students will concentrate on creating a song that contains actions and describing words to make their findings easier. The teacher will have students present their song and allow students to catch collocations within the student's song. And as I mentioned earlier, I believe that as a teacher, we should always include authentic language in the classroom and help students develop the skills in order for them to become orally fluent. Thank you. That was the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.